Hey everybody, 3KO Games here. Thanks for tuning into the channel today. We've got two brand new heroes, two portals, one in the Wilderness Summon, one in the Night of the Moth Alliance Quest Summon. We've got a Faun and we've got a Moth. The Moth came out yesterday and I didn't get a chance to do a video, so let's jump in there first and take a look at Pepperbleu. Pepperbleu, 5-star blue wizard of this Moth family. That family bonus is that at the start of each turn, it casts a Moth Dust to a random enemy for 2, 3, 4 turns. That is the bonus for 1, 2, 3 heroes. Moth Dust is negative 10% mana generation, and if that Moth Dust is cleansed or removed, the target falls asleep and receives plus 60% increased damage while sleeping. That's pretty interesting. I have found that happening as I use Myrtle, which is the one moth that I have, and suddenly somebody's asleep, and I'm like, what happened? If you've got a very fast cleanser, or maybe a mega minion that cleanses right away, then that could happen right away. It's otherwise, cleansing or removing in 2 turns is not always going to happen, but the 10% mana generation down is kind of okay. So there's the family bonus. Passive is a 10% chance to dodge special skills that deal damage, and that happens sometimes. I've seen it happen. 10%, pretty good. Her stats are 1165 team power, and I know SG said that they were going to try to slow down the power creep. So I think it's been hanging around there for a couple days, a couple heroes. I think that's a good thing. Like, we don't need to have every new hero be 1 or 2 higher than the hero before. We can stay right around there for a little while. Let's take a look at Pepperbleu's special skill. Oh, I should say that with double limit break, she gets an ailment immunity ether talent, which is very, very strong. Now, special skill Dusk Till Dawn average speed safely dispels status effect buffs from the target. Safe dispelled bypasses secondary effects, yes, such as damage on removal or that kind of stuff. Okay. Pepperflame also summons a Dusk Mothling Mega Fiend for the target, and that fiend damages the enemy with 270% attack each turn. The Dusk Mothling Mega Fiend absorbs healing and disappears when it has absorbed health equal to 75% of its owner's max health. And when summoned, the Dusk Mothling Mega Fiend causes its target to be immune to new buffs. The effect lasts as long as the target has Dusk Mothling Mega Fiend. All right, let's try to understand this. She's a priority dispeller. That's nice, but only from 1. I'd like to think that at an average speed, we could, at the very least, dispel from 3. Dispelling from 1, I guess maybe there's a very special case that it's just the buff on this one person that you need to get rid of. Or I would like to see her speed increased, if we're really just targeting 1. Also, this Dusk Mothling Mega Fiend attacks for 270% attack. Okay, that's not much more than where Grovert is, and Grovert is at fast speed for the first cast, and then at very fast every cast thereafter. And that Mega Fiend damages at 260% damage. So it's not, you're not getting that much more here. 10% more attack at average speed as opposed to fast speed. 75% absorbed healing versus 70% absorbed healing. Is that exact? Did I read that right? Is that exactly the same? Oh, sorry. 75% absorb healing. Well, I mean, that 5% is really not changing the game. And Pepperbleu's enemy stays immune to new buffs, but just the one. And Grovert's enemies get 50% mana generation down. I would put those at about even. Mortawitch is slow speed and attacks 1, but what Mortawitch does is pretty much wipes that 1 out. It's a huge hit, and if it doesn't kill them, that target's going to take extra damage, and the Mega Fiend itself is going to slice away for like 900 or 1,000 a turn. It's a pretty high number, and it's like, whoops, okay, 2 turns later you're done. So slow speed against 1 is justified there. I don't know that average speed against 1 is justified here against Pepperbleu, because Grovert is very similar. At the very least, between the two of them, I vote Grovert. But, if you get Pepperbleu, not a bad hero. Certainly with stats, kind of at the top of the line of where they are at the game right now. But if you are really pulling for 1, I think maybe Grovert is the prize here in the featured Moths. Okay, let's go back in, because I think there's also a 4-star. Let's see if we can find that. Oh no, that's in the that's the Faun family that they're actually introducing a 4-star. Okay, everybody else has already been released. That's released now in the Moth family. So we've got Pepperbleu and Grovert from last time, and Satin Pimenter last time, who I've heard from Alliance mates was the least exciting of the Moths so far. I don't know. I think it might be Pepperbleu. They're not horrible, but not great. Let's go to the Wilderness Summon. We've got another Woodland Faun, Ascian, 5-star blue, Sorcerer. Sorcerers get that chance to give mana generation down. 1165 as well. So we're not, rushing another point or 2 in the power creep here for Ascian. Appreciate that. And those stats lean, they're pretty well balanced. 1196 attack, 1114 defense, 2216 on health. Double limit break him, and he's got ailment immunity as well. I think that's what happened with the other person. Ailment immunity as well. That's right. Okay. So, Ascian of that Woodland Faun family gets at least a 75% chance to resist mana reductions and mana status ailments. Each successful resist by this family gives the character 5% mana. That's for 1 hero. 2 heroes is a 100% chance to resist mana reductions and mana status ailments. It also deals 50 or 100% more damage against minions. So that's a nice family bonus. Passives, one of the big things here is that this character has innate resistance against insanity. Pretty nice. Also, this character has an innate resistance against status ailment stacks and wither that affect attack. Very good. Okay, let's take a look at the special skill. Portents of Future at fast speed deals 240% damage to all enemies. And at that attack stat, if you've got him double limit broken and you're at 1699, 240% damage to all enemies is not bad, especially at fast speed. You're going to get him charged up right away again. In addition, there's an enhanced defense ailment. All enemies get negative 50% defense against special skills. This effect lasts until the enemy takes damage from a special skill once. So it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen once. It might take 1 turn. It might take 5 turns. It might, never actually get there the rest of the match, but it's ready. They're ready to give that defense down. Once is sometimes all you need if he's part of a blue attacking team. You've got 3 blue attackers. Once might just do it. What else here? After the enhanced defense ailment ends or is removed or replaced. Oh, okay, so like you could cleanse that away. Yes, the enemy's mana is reduced by 10%. Not a huge reduction, but one of those reductions that just is like, I'm ready to fire. My whole team is ready to fire, and then you got to use some more tiles, and it can be super frustrating. And then all allies gain 10% mana after 2 turns or immediately if the effect is removed before the duration ends. The 10% mana is removed, so you would have to dispel a buff. Or I'll be talking about the enhanced defense ailment effect being removed, because that's just one cleanse. I'll assume it's the defense ailment. If you cleanse, then you get both 10% mana for the allies and 10% mana down for the enemy. Yeah, let's say it's that. Anyway, that's Ascian, everybody. Ascian is joined this time by a 4-star. I think this is the first 4-star in the portal. So thank you for throwing us a bone. I'm not going to probably pull the 5-star, but there's a chance I pull the 4-star. This is Myrtle, 4-star green monk. Monks get a chance to resist status ailments. Double checking that the stats are the same in family and passive bonus. And they are throughout. Okay. So Myrtle has a fast speed special skill called Rare Cultivar. Deals 280% damage to the target and minor damage to nearby enemies, and gets an enhanced defense ailment. Is this the same as before? 40% defense down against special skills. This effect lasts until the enemy takes damage from a special skill once. Okay, fine. So that part is the same as Ascian. After the enhanced defense ailment ends or is removed or replaced, the enemy receives 630 poison damage over 3 turns. And it spreads to nearby enemies. That's pretty good because she's hitting 3, or it doesn't say the target, it says the enemy. So if it said the target, we would think, because it hits 3, but it just says the enemy. So I'm assuming that all 3 get that poison damage, and then it's going to spread to the other parts of the team. Certainly a good hero in 4-star tournaments. Maybe even on some 5-star war teams if you level her all the way up. And that's Myrtle, everybody. Okay, I have a couple pulls in each of those summons. I think I also have some daily summons, so let's just do my superstitions. Ooh, 1. There's a 2-star. Okay. Let's get in here and do 2 Woodland Faun heroes featured along the healer Bramble, who's very good, and Isabel, who's very good. Almost no chance at all. Let's see what happens. Trevel. Okay. And Garius. Okay. And now let's do some Moths. Grovert would be amazing. The Chunky Roy red healer is also very good. Ganju, I guess, is just fine. And, the little 3-star. Well, that's nice. Anyway, no luck on the pulls here, but those are my thoughts about these 2 new heroes. Please leave a comment down below what you think about these heroes, and if you get any luck in your pulls. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. like, comment, all the things, and we'll see you next time.